Hello everyone. So from this video today we are starting a new series of LeetCode problems using Python as a solution. So let's start with our first problem. So here, given an array of integers nums and an integer target, return indices of two numbers such that they add up to target. You may assume that each input would have exactly one solution and you may not use the same element twice. You can return the answer in any order. So let's check the first example. Here the input is nums 2, 7, 11 and 15 as the elements and the target is 9. What we need to find is we need to find two numbers from this array such that both add up to the target. Here in first example you see 2 and 7 when added together adds up to the target 9. So the output we need to return here is the indices of both the numbers in an array format. It can be 0 or 1 or 1 and 0 in any order. Okay, so let's start with our coding here. So we are starting with Python 3 solution. Let's start by creating a dictionary. This is an empty dictionary named scene and we'll be writing a loop. We are using an enumerate here so that we can use the index and the value together. Okay, so what we are doing here is we are first iterating the array. Here, let's say for first iteration, I, which is an index, is 0 and num, which is a value, which will be 2. So we are taking first example here. First element is 2 and its index is 0. Now in the second line what we are trying to target here is we are trying to get the value of compensate. That is, here in the first example target is 9. So once we subtract target and num, that is target minus num, 9 minus 2, we get compensate as 7. So 7 is the number we need to check if it is available in the given array. Okay, now let's try to find if this compensate exists in the dictionary created previously. If it exists, it means we have found the pair of two numbers from the array which will add up to the target. If that is true, then we need to return the output. So output is needs to be array of indices of both the numbers. Okay, so here what we are trying to find is we need to check if 7 exists in scene. If it exists, then return indices of numbers in array. Okay, however, for the first iteration scene is empty. We are not populating this dictionary at all, so we need to start populating this dictionary. So what we are doing here is we will be setting the key as the number, that is num, and the value as index. So it will be scene. So first element in the first example is 2, its index is 0. For the next iteration the number is 7 and its value is going to be its index. Next the key will be next number followed by its index and the key will be third number followed by its index. Okay, so here let's try to see if our code should work or not. First of all, for the for loop, let's check. For the first iteration, I will be 0, number will be 2, that is this one. We try to find what is the compensate using the target. Target remains the same for the whole array. So target 9, it means compensate comes out to be 9 minus 2 is 7. Now we need to find whether this 7 exists in this dictionary or not. If it doesn't exist, we just directly jump to line number 11 and we populate this dictionary. What we are doing here, we are adding the numbers, that is 2 as a key and its index as a value. For the next iteration, it will be 7 as the key and index as a value. So let's say, for example, the first iteration, it doesn't go inside the line number 9, then it goes back to line number 11 and then line number 15 here. For the next iteration, I will be 1 and number will be 7 from here. Okay, compensate is 2. Now we need to find whether 2 exists in this dictionary or not. Ideally 2 should exist because we have already populated this dictionary with this value. So we are trying to see if 2 as a key exists in scene or not. Okay, yes, it does exist. So what we are going to get the output we are getting the index of 2, which is 0, and index of num, which is 1. It can be 0 or 1 or 1 and 0 in any order as it is mentioned in the question itself. You can return the answer in any order. So the output is 0 and 1, that is in array format. Let's check if this works or not. Okay, so the case 1 passed, case 2 also passed, case 3 also passed. So this way you can solve this problem using Python 3. If you like this video, do continue watching other videos as well. Thank you very much. Yeah, goodbye.